Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise and I'm talking about goals today. I feel like we have a light issue. Let's solve that. There we go. So each month I share with you how my goals went and what I'm setting up for next month, and May has probably been my worst month in terms of goals. And I do worst in quotes because I still got things done in May. I didn't use my goal planner that much, and that's kind of why I want to be transparent and share with you, because I definitely decluttered more than one day, but I just wasn't tracking it. Clearing off my desks was happening. Exercise wasn't really happening. I guess I actually had 5 workouts in May, so we're just gonna fill those in. Actually, I don't know if it was those 2 days, so I probably shouldn't have done it that way. It may have been. I think that I was very unaware, and we'll get into planning shortly. I just want to talk a little bit about this because I feel like even when things don't work out, it's important for me to talk through and share with you, just as a part of my process and transparency, and maybe it helps you if you are in a similar situation. So life happens, right? And in April, mid-April, or towards the end of April was when I found out that I was buying a house, or that, my offer was accepted. And then we had the inspection and I was like, great, smooth sailing. See you in June, house. And what I didn't know is how much daily involvement there would be in terms of the home buying process, whether it's emails through from my mortgage lender and phone calls and just, I don't know, so many things. Every day there's been so many things, and I have just kind of dropped off a lot of my other goals. I did read 4 books. I actually read like 4.5, but then the book I was reading, it expired. When it's a library thing and it expired, and I didn't finish it. So I have it on hold to pick up again the next time that it becomes available. But I just couldn't get myself to do beyond most of the necessities. I also went through about a week of nonstop migraines, probably from stress, because I could feel like they were muscular. What I also haven't fully tracked here is friend and family plans. I have spent a decent amount of time in May with friends and family. I've gone to my niece and nephew's sports games, and that's been really good for me, even better for me than exercising and reading. While those are important things, and I do need to get back on track with them, or I would like to get back on track with them, I feel a lot like that time with loved ones has been kind of even more key for me. So I swore I had June in here because I was just looking for it. There we go. Okay, well, wait a second. Where am I, June? Wait, we have June here. Where's the rest of June? Are these currently pages? I don't know what's going on. All right, I need to find, I guess, my June divider. All right, I got it. Sorry about that. I thought I was prepared. So this is a Happy Planner monthly layout, and I like these monthly overview pages as ways to set up my goals. So really my goal in June is to move, right? I'm closing on June 16th and moving on June 22nd. So I have Retro Babe here from Live Love Posh. So aside from moving, there's not much more that I'm going to be able to dedicate my energy to, but there are things that I have to dedicate my energy to. So, of course, my jobs, right? And I say jobs plural because I have a full-time job, and then there's Plan with Elise, and Plan with Elise is a source of income for me. I consider it almost like a secondary full-time job because of, how much content I produce, and a lot that, I have Patreon and Etsy and a lot of other things that happen behind the scenes that you don't always see. So those are my priorities are job 1, job 2, and preparing to move. What's good is that because I'm moving on June 22nd and I have my current apartment until June 30th, I do have a little bit of a grace period there where if not everything happens on moving day, I can come back clean, things like that. So, but I'd really love to be, finished with everything as seamlessly as I can. So I have, I put Retro Babe here. I also have Mojo Jojo Plans pink boxes because this pink is a really nice one for that. So I want to bring in some sticker here. I'm realizing you can't fully see what I'm looking at. I don't know that I'm going to use the retro stickers for this. I think I'm just going to kind of stick with the colors and the flowers. So let's take this and we're just going to maybe layer this. Do a little like squiggly here. I think that would be fun. And then we'll do a green one too. And I'm just going to stick with this pink for each of these. So the habits that I'm going to track in June, let's get these down. I don't know why that's not really working. Okay, there we go. And then let's do one more yellow. Are going to be, we'll write them in a sec. Okay. All right, so I have this neck massager and I'm touching, you can't see it. Massages like the tops of my shoulders and my neck. And I'm noticing that if I don't do it at least every other day, but really hopefully daily, it is triggering. I am getting a lot of migraines, and a lot of it, I think, like I said, is stress because I can tell that it's muscular and I can feel the pain in my neck. So I'm going to write massager. Might sound weird, but it's one of those things that I'm trying to do for 15 minutes every night. It does have a 15-minute auto shut off. It has some heat on it too. It's really a really great product. Maybe I'll link it in the description of the video. I've just been promoting it a lot because I can tell the difference that it's making for me. And I think it's like $30 something and a lot cheaper than going to get massages. So, I'm going to rate moving, and this for me is going to mean one thing, at least one thing. I mean, it's going to be more than one, but doing something each day for moving. The reason I'm not rating packing is because I'm moving on the 22nd. So I'm going to have other time, other days that aren't necessarily going to be packing. I could probably have written pack, unpack, but that's okay. And then let's hold off on a third habit. You know what we're going to do? Clean desks. That's just one of the habits that, if I don't keep up with it, I find it really stressful. I find sitting at my desk all day working, and both jobs, if there's clutter everywhere, it just makes me not as productive because I'm stressed about what's surrounding me. So having a clean workspace is really important. Now, we have a lot of space here. Typically every month I categorize these, right? And I choose goals from every category in my life. And I just don't know that June is going to be the month to do that because I have a lot of other things going on. So I think what we're going to do is stick with this left side for now. And I'm looking for my slice cutter. Now, these are not separate bullets. They are like one like long sticker of the 3 dots, but I'm going to make them separate bullets because why not? Oops. They almost remind me of that. What was that candy? I can't remember the name of it. You know what I'm talking about? That comes on like a piece of paper and no matter, oh wait, these are going to be too big. Never mind. Let's rethink that. That candy, no matter what, it always had paper left on the back. That's what it reminds me of. Is this the right color? I think it's pretty close. So let's put, usually I do other dots here, like actual bullet points, but I think this time we are going to get these in. Now, I also want to kind of map out my month a little bit. So I'm just going to grab a little, whoops, I'm trying to reach in and grab my June calendar. These are my JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop calendars, and they always sit on my desk so that I can just see a calendar at a glance. So I think what we're going to do over here is map out my month as best I can. And maybe this isn't really, now that I'm thinking of it, is this really goal setting? I'm not sure, but this is a video I do every month, so why not? Okay. We technically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. weeks in June, sort of. So May 29th. Okay, we're going to do this. 5/29 to 6/4. My goal for that week is going to be, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. What I want to write down is clean apartment and pack closets. I'm just trying to figure out, do I write it here? Clean apartment and pack closets. Maybe. Why not? And I talked about this a little bit last weekend in a video, if you saw apartment, that I'm trying to like deep clean my apartment kind of before I pack certain areas. Like last night I took out my kitchen drawers and like took them out and scrubbed them really deeply, just doing a deep clean before moving. And then of course I'll clean after, but I figured that's just going to be a quick clean. This way I can do the deep clean now. Clean apartment. And now that this spacing isn't going to work, maybe we can do it this way, but then I'm going to have space here. We'll see. Pack closets. And the reason I'm choosing my closets first is because now that we are in spring, summer, in between, I'm not using a lot of what's in my closets as much. Well, I mean, the hanging stuff I'm not packing. That's really not the closets that I'm talking about. I'm talking about my linen closet. I sort of have two linen closets, and then I have a closet in my living room that has shoes, which are sort of already packed because I keep them in storage containers. But there's also other things like purses and holiday decor and stuff like that that I'm not going to be using in the next month. So that's going to be that week's focus. Then let's turn this around and try to get a better angle here. Um, 6/5 to 6/11. And before I write down that goal, let me look. The next one is going to be 12 to 18. So 6/5 to 6/11 is actually going to be pack most of office. And this is where I struggle because a lot of what's in my apartment I use, right? The closets, I was saying I'm not going to use what's in there, but like my kitchen, you know what? Okay, this is what we're going to do. And less used kitchen items. So I have a ton of mugs and tumblers and things like that. I pretty much use the same white Yeti every day. Let's take a sip. So I don't necessarily need to use those, but obviously there will be things in my kitchen that I will need to do. Then we jump to, let me find the other colors here. 6/12 to 6/18, that jumps me into closing week. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna come up quick. That's how I know. All right. 6/12 to 6/18. Buy paint, because what I'm going to do is I close here, I move here. I'm going to spend this weekend painting the bedroom and the office before I move in. I'm going to do that myself and with whoever wants to help me, because I don't like the colors. The bedroom is blue, the office is brown. I don't want that. There are other rooms that I'd like to paint eventually, but those will happen after I move in. This focus is getting them painted before I fill the bedroom and the office with stuff. So I need to buy paint, and then we're going to be in full blown packing mode. So buy paint, I guess. Bedroom and office. And then 618. I'm just mapping this out in my brain. I guess pack, rest of office. My hope is that by June 16th, when I close, I will have my videos scheduled through at least the 26th on YouTube so that I won't necessarily need all the stuff in my office. Now, a lot of it is kind of like pre-packed. All of my sticker books I keep in storage boxes. Those aren't going to need to really be packed because of the way that they're already stored. Most of it is my closet. My closet is filled with planners and accessories and things like that. But I think it should be pretty easy. My movers are going to be in for for a little bit of a surprise as to the weight of the amount of boxes I have. They're going to be heavy, but it's going to feel so good to get them out of here. So that's going to be the focus that week. And then the next week is going to be moving. So that's a little crooked. And just to like give you a little bit of transparency as to what's happening right now, today is Memorial Day. I'm actually going to a friend in a little bit, and I am sitting here in a bathing suit and a cover up. Sometimes my videos happen in pajamas. Sometimes they happen prior to a day by the pool. All right, now we have 6:19 to 6:25. Finish packing and move into, we're just going to do this one in big, my house. Ah, crazy. I can't believe how soon this is happening. Okay, now we have one more week to go through. And I think that setting it up this way is giving me a really good outline as to what I want this to look like. Because I've just been thinking like, okay, June 22nd, just need to get everything done. And it's like, but what exactly do I need to get done? And this is kind of giving me that outline for myself as I'm planning out my week. And this also gives me a little bit of flexibility because clean apartment and pack closets, it's doable. And I'll still be able to work and go to games and have dinner with my friends and all of that kind of stuff without feeling like my entire life is packing. I actually wasn't sure today that I was going to go to my friend's barbecue because I was like, I really should be home filming, packing, cleaning. And it's like, no, I have the day off work today. I'm going to do a little bit of Plan with Elise stuff and then I'll go because the next few weeks are all going to be so busy that I may as well enjoy, this extra day off while it's here. So 6:26 to 7:2. Unpack and clean, I guess, current apartment. Well, I could have just write apartment because one's an apartment, one's a house, but that's okay. All right. So I think we have my roadmap of what the next month is going to look like. Then over here, let's get some of my monthly goals in. I really would still like to put in a couple of goals, but we're going to go light, like really light. So I'm going to write exercise because I don't want to give up on my goals. We're going to, I want to write 5 times, but I feel like that's so little. But I guess that's what I did in May. I don't know. All right, I'm just going to do it. Exercise 5 times. I'd love for it to be more, but my focus is 5. Read 2 books. I'm pretty sure that's the lowest reading goal I've ever set, but it doesn't matter. I have a focus this month and I have to stick to it. I still would love to see my family twice. I'm prioritizing here. and friends twice. We'll see if it's doable. All right, next I need to buy paint. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something else. So my movers have been booked. I've scheduled installation of internet and cancellation of my current internet. I've scheduled the post office change of address. What I have to do is I need to make a brand list address change. And what I mean by this is I need to reach out to all the brands I work with to let them know that my address is changing. I'm not super worried about it because, as you know, if you watch my videos, I'm very good friends with my upstairs neighbors. I'm sure I will still be seeing them all the time. If I get a package here delivered, they'll know to bring it to me. But I do, of course, still need to tell all the brands about my address changing. And then I need to do thanks, address, change, and the other thing I wanted to do is, I guess I can write most shopped websites, because, and that's address change too. I guess I should write that here. I don't want to like go order something on Amazon and it go to the wrong address too. Again, I can always get it. I will have a grace period of 8 days there. No one is going to move in July. They're going to be renovating my current apartment to add laundry into it, like in-unit laundry. But that's just something else that I want to do because I have had situations where I've ordered products to the wrong place. So that's important for me there. I'm going to hold off on these two because I'm not entirely sure what I want to use it for. All right. Now I am going to do a little note to self, and I'm just going to pause the video and then we'll come back with that note to self. All right. I added a couple flowers here, and then I also just wrote myself a little note. Dear me, the stress you've been under lately won't go away immediately, but it'll all be worth it. Once you are officially a homeowner, remember to be gentle with yourself, be kind to others, and take a step back to celebrate this huge milestone. So just a little note. I know that when I get stressed, I don't want to say that I snap, but I just need to remember to be, gentle to myself, be kind to others. I think I'm pretty kind. I don't typically snap, but I feel like it's one of those things that that could be coming with this stress. So just a nice little note there. And this is really because like we're filling up this space with other things that are going to be beneficial for me in this space in my planner, because I'm not using this goal setting the way that I typically do. I mean, some of it is, right? But we're not necessarily categorizing all of these types of things. So for this section up here, I'm going to write, oh wait, I had another thought about what I wanted to put here when I was writing that. And now, of course, I forgot what it was because my brain, that's just how my brain is going lately. Oh, what was it? Something as I was writing this. Oh, this is I feel like it's going to sound so silly, but I want to take footage of the house, like pictures and videos, before moving. There's a lot that I want to do to the house. There's things, like I said, there are priority projects that I want to paint. The kitchen is beautiful. I can't wait to show it to you, but I may want to change out the hardware. There's other rooms I want to paint. Actually, most of the house I want to paint. There's other DIY projects I want to do. There's one bathroom I want to eventually renovate. And I feel like the day that I close, after I do my final walkthrough and all of that, when I have the keys, I want to take some footage because as a content creator, And just as someone who wants to be able to look back, I want to make sure that I have videos and photos of everything before I do anything to it and before I move all of the stuff in. The other goal that I have, it's not what I was going to write down, but it is what it is office closet. So the current office, which is the second bedroom in the new house, has like it's a normal closet. It has room for hanging and all of that, and I'm ripping all of that out. I've purchased three secondhand bookshelves, kind of similar to, I don't know, they're like narrow white bookshelves, and I got them at the Habitat for Humanity Restore, which is where I've gotten a lot of things. And I'm going to put those into the closet as kind of built-ins because in my office, I don't need any hanging space. I need all the shelving possible for all the planners and planner supplies. So that's going to also be a priority project once, excuse me, so that I can get my office set up, because getting my office unpacked and organized, excuse me, is probably one of the most important things for me. So that said, hold on, let's jump over here for a second and talk a little bit about priorities. And we're going to put these here, boom. And essentially, I mean, obviously my priority is to move, right? But my main priorities in June are paint, I'm gonna write this, office, and bedroom. While I'm a little sad to say goodbye to my current apartment, I mean, I've only been here since April 30th of last year. I'm glad that I haven't been here that long, because there's really not much I'm going to need to do to this space to get it ready for, to leave, to hand back the keys, because I just haven't been here long enough to have really customized it. There's going to be 6 holes in the wall, 3 frames in my bedroom, 3 frames that are hanging in my living room. They're all small. I didn't fill them in before I left my last place, and it wasn't a problem. So that's not on like my move out checklist. Paint office and bedroom, clean, that's right, both homes. I of course want to do a deep clean of the house before I move in. And pop champagne. What I think is really cool is my birthday. Oh, I just remembered the other thing I wanted to write down. It's okay. I'll talk about it in a sec. um, I'm going to be moving less than a month before my birthday, and I feel like it's really cool because I'm 35. I've been about turning 36, and I'm just really excited to like be a homeowner at 35 and wake up on my birthday in a new home that I own. The other thing that I was going to add here, but it's something I'm sort of doing anyway, and I don't know that I need to be that intentional about it, is I've been creating an Amazon wish list. I'm really not buying anything besides the stuff for the office closet before I move in, because I just want to be in and then figure out what I need. But as I'm looking on Amazon and things like that, there are things that I want, and I'm adding them to like a wish list. And this is a wish list of things that I can purchase in the future. Again, with my birthday coming up, I will have, aunts and uncles who ask, what can I get you for your birthday? What can I get you for the house? And I can send them a link to that wish list. Or just, maybe even say like a gift card would be great so that I can, purchase things. So kind of adding to an Amazon wish list or registry. I don't really know if you've read. Registry feels weird because I'm not having a baby, I'm not getting engaged or married, I'm not engaged or married, things like that. But it's a registry for a house, I guess. Maybe I'll do a housewarming this summer or something like that. Okay, so pop the champagne because it is going to be time to celebrate. Now, over here, I want to give myself a reminder of things that I'm looking forward to, because there are so many stressful moments with this that I'm going, and I know this is like really focused on moving. It's probably not what you're used to with my typical goal setting, but it's the space I'm in right now. So that's where we're at. All right, let's use a different pen here. looking forward to. And this is going to be that space that is going to give me the excitement while I am stressed. I wanted to see if I had a certain color, but I don't. So we're going to go back to these bullets that I never really used because they were too big. And this time we can kind of put them right here. So looking forward to sitting on my deck. I'm so excited to have a deck. One of my must-haves for looking for a home was outdoor space. I needed outdoor space. I've lived in an apartment mostly since I was 24, and I needed the ability to be outside, especially because I'm home all day because I work from home. So, or I'm inside all day. I will still be home sitting on my deck. Cooking in my kitchen. Like I said, I cannot wait to show you the kitchen. It is probably one of the best parts of the home, and it is just stunning. The current homeowner did such a beautiful job. The only thing I might want to do to it is there are silver drawer pulls, and I'm thinking of changing them out to black, but that's not a priority project. That's a someday project. That's kind of how I'm thinking of things: priority projects and someday projects. And then winters with a fireplace. The house has a gas fireplace. It is beautiful. That is something I will not be touching. But I'm just excited to show a lot of it to you. All right. We have more space. The thing is, I don't know that I need more space. My instinct is to say, well, let's hold off. And this is where I can list other things out. And I think that might be, while I say it's my instinct, it might actually be what I do, because my options are leave this space or cover it with stickers or a quote or something like that. If I cover it, I can't use it. If I leave it, I might not use it. That's true, but at least I had it available to me. So, I'm tempted to write in it and fill it now, but I really want to. This is my planner, right? It's my real life. There's a lot written down here. So I'm going to leave this open because I'm just not sure what it's going to be used for. Brainstorming right now is the idea of projects, priority projects, someday projects. My priorities are painting the two bedrooms, getting my office closet set up, and I didn't write this here, but outdoor furniture. Those are the things that I want immediately or as soon as possible. Outdoor furniture is because here in New Jersey, we do have a beautiful summer, but it doesn't last that long. So, June, well, I'm moving in June. Really, I'm going to have like 2.5, maybe 3 months to be able to sit outside. So I want to have something to sit in as quickly as I can. Other things that are on my in my mind are painting other rooms in the home. The reason I'm not painting other rooms before I move in is because I need to hire painters for some of the really tall spaces, especially those above staircases. And I'm not going to be able to have painters come and do a quote and paint the space while I'm there. Like, because I work from home, I need to work at my current apartment, and I can't just like go there on a Tuesday while they're painting. It's just not going to work. So I'd rather get the rooms I need painted, and then I can always have painters come while I'm already living there for the spaces that are not going to disrupt my workday. I talked a little bit about the drawer pulls and cabinet pulls in the kitchen, maybe. And there's a bathroom that eventually I want to renovate, but that is going to be a sinking fund for the future. So I don't think a house is ever a finished product, right? Does anyone ever say, all right, we're never going to touch another thing in this house. We are done. It is perfect. Our styles change, our tastes change. So That was what I was thinking of maybe listing here, but instead we're just going to leave it blank, and hopefully you are okay with a not completely filled in planner for the month, because that's just what it's going to be right now. So let's get this back on the discs. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I used, again, Retro Babe by Live Love Posh and Pink Boxes and More by Mojo Jojo Plans. Both of these you can save using code Elise10 on your order. I will link them below in addition to the Zig Color Dot. And maybe I'll just link that neck massager because I talked so much about it that I feel like if I don't, someone might say, what, can you share a link? So that's why I'll put that there. All right, that's a wrap. Wishing everyone a wonderful June. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you soon.